Bangladesh is heading toward a pivotal national election on February 12th. It's the first vote after the country's monsoon revolution of 2024, and it will decide if the country can truly transition to a stable democracy. After 18 months of interim rule under Nobel Laureate Muhammad Yunus, this election is more than a contest. It's a test of the country's new foundation. Today, we explain why this election matters, what's at stake as the world watches to see if Bangladesh can break its cycle of political violence. So for decades, Bangladesh's modern politics have been dominated by two rival forces, the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, or BNP, and the Awami League. But for the first time since 1971, that landscape has fundamentally shifted. The Awami League is banned from this election under anti-terrorism laws. Their leader, Sheikh Hasina, is in exile in India. The new force is the National Citizen Party, or NCP, born from students and representing that Gen Z vote that brought down the last government. Past elections have been marred by boycotts, allegations of vote rigging, and political violence. As a result, trust in the national electoral process has eroded. So the big question this time isn't just who wins, but how the vote is conducted. Unlike previous years, this election is being held under a neutral interim government. So tensions are still high. Opposition parties and international observers are now watching for institutional bias. For many voters, the issue is not ideology, it's credibility. On the same day as the vote, Bangladeshis will also decide on the July charter referendum. This is a massive reform package to limit prime ministers to 2 terms and prevent the return of fascist rule. In Bangladesh, elections are not decided by politicians alone. State institutions matter. So the Election Commission's independence is under scrutiny. The police and security forces play a central role in maintaining or restricting political activity. And while the military stays officially neutral, its posture is always closely watched. Any perception of institutional bias could undermine the legitimacy of the vote, regardless of the outcome. The economy is obviously another key factor. Inflation is at 14%, and the garment sector, the country's backbone, is under immense pressure. International partners like the US, India, and the European Union are watching closely. Concerns over human rights and democratic norms have already affected diplomatic engagement. A credible election could unlock billions in investment. A disputed one could invite sanctions into the area. Foreign policy, trade privileges, and aid relationships are all connected to how the vote is perceived. In 2026, stability is the most valuable currency Bangladesh has. For ordinary people, this election is about the basics: jobs, prices, personal freedoms. Many young voters are voting in a highly polarized environment. Others are voting despite skepticism or choosing not to vote at all. Turnout and public participation will be key this time around, and key indicators of how much trust remains in the system. No matter who wins, the aftermath will matter as much as election day itself. Acceptance of results, treatment of opposition voices, and respect for institutions. This vote could either reinforce political stability or deepen divisions that have been building for years. The upcoming Bangladesh election is more than a political contest. It's a test of democratic credibility, and its outcome will shape not only Bangladesh's future, but how the country is seen by the entire world. We will be here with full coverage on February 12th as it all unfolds and the results start coming in.